This is Maureen. I'm your yoga teacher tonight, and we're going to have a class that is a little more gentle tonight and has some good stretching in it. So I'm calling it Grasshopper to Floating Goddess, as those are some of the poses we'll be doing tonight. Okay, we're going to start actually on our backs. And if you have two blocks, it's not necessary, but if you have two blocks, this is a great way to kind of open up the chest. A lot of times our shoulders roll forward. So take your two blocks and put them right next to each other and then let one come down. The shoulders will go on that block and your head on this block. So when you recline, just kind of anticipate where your shoulders are going to land right there. And then the head, take the other block and place it right underneath the head. And you can keep your knees up. I find the knees being up feels a little bit better. Push your heels out a little and let the knees come together for support. And then just let yourself recline here on the block and let the heart lift as the chest spreads a bit. And take a nice full breath in. And slowly let it go. Really landing here in this moment. Another full breath in. And let it go. I'm going to share a poem with you. 10,000 flowers in spring. The moon in autumn. A cool breeze in summer. Snow in winter. If your mind is not crowded with unnecessary things, this is the best season of your life. This is the best season of your life. Using the breath to come home to now. Nowhere to go. Nothing to do, and no one to be other than who you are already. Allowing yourself to be present and breathing. We'll take a little pranayama practice here, bringing the breath into 3 parts. As you inhale, fill the low belly. The second part is filling the ribs and letting them spread. And then all the way up to the back of the throat with the third inhale. And then a long, slow exhale. Inhale, inhale, inhale. And a long exhale. Inhale into the low belly, the ribs, all the way to fullness. And on the exhale, bring your lips like around a straw and slowly blow it out. Giving a little back resistance and following that pattern, a 3-part inhale and a single long exhale. Letting the breath slowly out with a little resistance with your lips. Can you notice the body melting a little bit, relaxing and releasing a bit with the exhale? Possibly bringing the hand to the chest and the heart and feeling the breath in the body as you inhale. And exhale. Taking one more of these breaths. And then returning to the natural breath. Bringing your attention over your heart and setting an intention for your practice. And perhaps for this holiday season. as you think about the feeling tone that you want to embrace for the holiday. Perhaps more peace or connection, whatever it might be. Just imagine experiencing a bit of that holiday feeling right now. What does it feel like? And how can you embody that in your practice and in your moments throughout this holiday season? When you're ready, roll a little bit off to one side or the other to remove the blocks out from underneath the body and come flat onto your back. Bring your left knee in while the right heel goes long. And as you draw it in, walk your hands up the back of that leg for a bit of a hamstring stretch and a few circles with the ankle. You might draw yourself towards the knee and then switching. Bring the right knee in, walk it up the back of the leg. Get a bit of a stretch there in that leg. As you bend the right knee, take that right leg into the left hand. Bring it across the body as you look out to the right. Taking that stretch. And then switching, letting the right knee go long. And the left knee into the right hand. Bring it across the body. And then gaze out to the left. Little exhale here. And bring yourself back to center. And find your way up into a seated posture. Whatever is comfortable for you. You can sit on a block like I do. Or you can take Sukhasana, easy posture. Get yourself comfortable. Take an inhale as you stretch up. On the exhale, roll the right ear towards the shoulder and the chin towards the chest. Bring the left ear over the shoulder. And feel out the back of your neck as you're stretching a bit. Then start to swim the shoulders. Roll them up towards the ears and slide them down your back. Feel those shoulders really connecting with your back body. Then we'll bring our hands, palms together. Exhale here. Inhale, bloom a lotus, fill the back body. Exhale down. Inhale, up, lotus. Exhale down. Inhale up to lotus. Exhale down. Inhale, reach for the sky. Exhale, press your thumbs back as you open in a rainbow. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, reach. Exhale, thumbs back. Inhale, scoop it up. Exhale, down. Once more, reach for that sky. And push those thumbs back as your heart lifts and you open into rainbow. Bring it out into a T. Reach the fingertips as far apart as possible. Drop that right hand to the mat and sweep over in a side bend. Inhale, sweep the sky. Drop the left hand down. Exhale, side bend. Inhale through center. Exhale, side bend. Roll the heart towards the earth. Inhale, roll the heart to the sky. Coming through center, drop that left hand to the mat, side bend, roll the heart towards the earth. Inhale, heart to the sky. Coming back to the center, bring the left hand across the body and the right hand behind you. Then reach that left hand up and back. So a deep twist on this side. And then switching, bringing your left hand back, lengthen up through the spine, and then reach back with your right hand, deepening the twist. Inhale, come back through center. One more time, twisting off to the right. And then again, exhale, twist to the left. Great. Feel how the body is experiencing this, and then come on over onto your hands and knees, and we'll continue with cat-cow. Warming up the spine a bit. It feels so good. Starting really in the lumbar spine. Feel the lumbar spine moving, and then start to work it through the whole spine, coming up into the thoracic spine and the neck. Use the breath. And then perhaps coming out by pushing the ribs out to one side and then the other. And at the end of your next exhale, coming into your table. Press your right heel back. Left thumb to the sky. Feel an inhale here, lifting. Exhale, sweep off center in that awkward airplane. Keep the neck long. Bring it to a long line. Inhale. Exhale away. Inhale. Lengthen it up. Exhale. Sweep away. Bring that left hand down and the ball of the right foot down and push your right heel back in a good calf stretch. Feels so good. Okay, coming to the other side now. Push the left heel out. Right thumb comes to the sky. Bring your gaze just beyond the edge of the mat so your neck stays long. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep off center. Inhale, long. And sweep away. This simple movement is so powerful for the back strengthening. Inhale, lift. Exhale away. And then bring that right hand back to the mat. The ball of the foot to the mat and give it a good stretch. Then we'll go ahead and walk our hands forward and come on down to our mat. We'll take a cobra pose here. So zip your legs together. Hands are underneath the shoulder points. Feel the back body here. The next breath, inhale and lift. Exhale, soften down. Use the strength of the back body. Inhale up. Exhale, soften. Inhale, lift. And release. Twice more. And release. One more time. And release. Tuck your toes. Push your hips up. Bring the toes together. We're going to take a child's pose. Bring your knees apart. Push the hips back. Lengthen out through the arms, coming to your child's pose. Keeping the hands planted. Now we're going to roll over our knees, bringing the heels towards the glutes in grasshopper. Exhale back to child's pose. Now what can happen is your knees may feel a little sensitive. If your mat isn't thick, it is a thin mat, you can actually fold the mat up like this underneath the knees, and that will help them get a little more cushion. So sense if your knees are comfortable to do this, okay? So child's pose, lengthen out, plant the hands, and then roll on over the knees, grasshopper, squeeze your glute, lift the heart, exhale, push it back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Once more forward and back. Then as you come forward, straighten the knees out, tuck the toes. Walk the hands back to that left heel, dancing camel. Lift the right hand up and switch and exhale. Inhale, exhale as you switch into that dancing camel. Look back to the heel. Inhale and exhale. Come on back, down to the mat. A little cat-cow here, just to feel the spine again, straightening and undulating. Walk the hands forward, one hand print, float to plank. Rock it back and forth. Exhale, push that tailbone up, down dog. Let your head rest between the biceps. Feel out the back of your legs. Great timing here to
Stretch, let the hands and the feet be about equal distance apart. You can soften your knees, press your chest towards your thighs. And when you're ready, drop your heels towards the mat. When you're ready, walk your feet towards your hands or your hands towards your feet. Inhale for a half lift. Feel the spine get nice and long. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the hands back, raising the hands up, tall mountain, and release. All right, now coming here to our balance posture for tonight. Find yourself settling on your mat. We're going to take a floating star. So bring your weight into the right foot and float those arms and legs out. Feel the energy in all 5 points of the body, reaching, and breathing for 3, 2, 1 more breath. Beautiful. And switching over to the other foot, spread it out and reach. 3, 2, 1 more breath. And release. Beautiful job. Okay, let's come on up to the top of our mat. We'll take a little flow now, finding our mountain posture. Settle a little bit into your heels. Lift and spread the toes and stack the joints. And take a moment to arrive again. Really feeling into your body. Dropping into your body, noticing your body. Narrowing the throat just a little bit on the exhales for that ujjayi breath. Notice the back of the skull, pressing back a little bit to level up with the shoulder blades. Inhale, sweep the arms tall. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, a half lift and fold. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold at the hip. Inhale, half lift and fold. Inhale, sweep to the top. Exhale, hands to the heart. Moving forward now, inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Half lift and fold. Step back on the right. Bring the right knee down to the mat. Untuck the toes. Take that low modified warrior 1. Bringing that hips forward towards the heel. Lift a little through the heart. Exhale, bring the hands to the mat. Walk it back for your hurdler stretch. Toes can reach back to help accentuate the back of the leg stretch. And then when you're ready, walk it forward, tuck the toes, and take your runner's lunge twist. Bring that left hand up to the sky and draw the back kneecap up the leg too. Here we go. Bring that left hand down, step back for your plank. We'll take a flow here, float for a moment, drop the knees, keep your elbows in, chest and chin, roll it up, cobra, exhale, down dog. Inhale, reach that right foot up, bend the knee, stack the hips a minute, open those hips, it feels so good. On the exhale, we're going to take extended leg side plank, so bring that right leg under the body and out in front of you as you reach the left arm up. Breathe into the ribs on the left. And exhale, return to three-legged dog. Exhale, bring the right foot forward, runner's lunge, and take the twist if you like. Right hand to the sky. Exhale, bring the hand down and step to forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep it up and release. Okay, so how was that for you? Let's take that on the other side. Find your mountain posture. Find your breath. Feel the back of the head leveling up with the shoulders. Inhale, raise the arms, tall mountain. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, step back on the left. Bring the hips forward towards that front heel. Feel the opening there in the front of that left thigh, that left hip flexor. Raise the arms up, heart lifts. Modified warrior one. Exhale, frame that foot and walk the hands back. Hurdler stretch. Draw the toes back. Intensify that stretch, but honor your body. Walk it forward. Runner's lunge. Lift the back knee. Right hand to the sky. Take the twist. Whenever I do the twist, I feel the stretch in the back of the outer hip. Just notice how your body responds. Step back on the right, coming to plank. And then float for a moment. Exhale, knees, elbows in, chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Lift the left foot, bend the knee and stack the hips. With the next exhale, sweep that knee under and through. Extended legs, side plank. Bringing your left foot forward and your right hand up to the sky. Take a breath into the ribs. And on the exhale, plant that hand down. Return to three-legged dog. Exhale, step that left foot forward for runner's lunge. Taking the twist if you like. Bring the left hand down. Exhale, step to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. And fold. Inhale, sweep to the top. And release. Okay, letting go of some of that tension. All right, we'll take another flow now. So find your mountain. Another C series, Sari Namaskara C. Feet parallel with the long edge of the mat. Feel the tallness in your spine. Roll the shoulders a little bit and just arrive. Maybe even shake it out a little bit if you're holding tension anywhere. This practice is for you. You can always modify things that help you feel even more grounded in your practice. Inhale, sweep those arms up. Exhale and fold at the hip. Tailbone goes back. Inhale, halfway lift. Press on the shins. Feel the spine get long shoulder blades sliding down towards the hips. Exhale, fold. Step back on the right, coming to your runner's lunge. 2 lanes of traffic. Pausing there for a moment. Press the 2 feet away from each other. We're going to rise to crescent lunge. So feel your sturdiness. It may help to look at something as you're rising so that you stabilize yourself in crescent lunge. Sometimes that can feel like a balance posture almost. Once you're up in your crescent lunge and you feel like your gaze is stable, take your right hand to your left knee. Left hand reaches forward and slowly sweeps back to the heel with the gaze. Exhale into the twist. Inhale, bring it back to crescent lunge. Now we're going to switch the footing, dropping the back heel. We're coming to our warrior one here. So the toes on the back foot are aiming towards about a 2 o'clock on a clock that's on the floor. The front toes are at 12 o'clock. 2 lanes of traffic. The heart is lifted and the arms are up. I'm going to release my hands instead of holding temple finger. Release the hands here. Let the hips sink a little bit. Now straighten the front knee. Bring the arms to cactus. Exhale and fold at the hip. And the stretch comes now in the back of that left leg. Inhale, return to your warrior one. Drop the hips, bend the knee. Lift the heart. Exhale, cactus arms. Draw the hip back and fold. Feel that stretch as you take a breath here. Inhale, reach back, warrior one. Arms into cactus, straighten the front knee. Exhale and fold. Soften the front knee, bring the hands to the mat. Step back for your plank. Find your way through your flow. Knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. Maybe wag your tail just a bit. Stretch out the side body. Inhale the right foot up. Bend the knee. Stack the hips, fire hydrant. Exhale, bring that right knee behind the right wrist. I like to use a block underneath my right hand for pigeon and bring that right shin forward a little bit to intensify the stretch in the outer right hip. Find your pigeon, lengthen through the spine, unsickle the back foot, and breathe. Finding a bit of stillness in the stretch. Couple more breaths here. When you're ready, set your block aside and push that foot back up to the sky. Give it a little shake. On the exhale, bring that foot forward. Runner's lunge. Add a twist. Right hand comes down. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift and fold. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. And release. Take a moment to check in with your body. How are you feeling? Are you honoring your own experience, caring for yourself, and embracing your intention, bringing the emotional body that you're wanting to work with this season? Settling into your mountain again, we'll take this flow on the other side. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, float forward, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold and step back on the left, coming to your runner's lunge on this side, 2 lanes of traffic. Let your hips sink a little and begin to feel the feet pushing away from each other, rising into your crescent lunge. You may notice that it's a little different on one side than the other. That definitely happens for me. Bring your left hand to your right knee, reach the right arm forward, and slowly sweep it back with the gaze towards your back heel. Exhale into the twist. Both hands return, crescent lunge. Dropping the back heel, toes on the left are at 10 o'clock now. 2 lanes of traffic. And feel your warrior one. Bring the elbows into cactus. So the elbows are at the height of the shoulders. The hands are in like a sunshine.
Draw that right knee back, the right hip back, and exhale, fold at the hip to lengthen out the back of that right leg. You can certainly bring your hands to your hips if that feels more sturdy. Just check in with what feels right for you. Inhale, sweep forward, warrior one. Take a breath here. And then exhale back into that stretch. Has a little pyramid in that front leg, doesn't it? Taking that stretch as your arms are either in cactus or your hands on your hip. And that knee has got the micro bend in it, so mostly straight. Inhale forward to that warrior one. Exhale, draw the elbows back. Feel the strong back body. Draw that right hip back so that leg is nice and long. Exhale, forward fold just till you feel that tension in the back of that right leg. Soften the knee, bring the hands to the mat. Step back for your plank. Float in your plank, and you're welcome to skip flow anytime that you'd like to, but take a flow if you wish now. Coming through cobra, all the way to down dog. Pausing perhaps for a breath in down dog, and then raising your left foot up. Bend the knee, stack the hips. Exhale into your pigeon on this side. Bring that left shin forward a little bit. Try to keep the ankle flexed. And sometimes it can even intensify my pigeon if I lift the back knee off the mat. Breathing here. One more breath. Frame out your hands. Push the left foot back to the sky. Shake it out a little bit. Exhale, step it forward. Runner's lunge and twist. Bring the left hand down and step to forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. Feel the back get long and flat. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep up to the sky. And release. Great. Take a breath or two. Cycle or two of good breath as you kind of recover from that flow. And we'll come to our next flow, which will be a B series. Surya Namaskara B. We always do that with a chair. My microphone is coming a little bit out of my shirt. Sometimes it wants to crawl out. Okay, now we're settled. Heels weighted. Feel the length of the spine. Take a breath and release. One more big breath in. Let it go. Soften the knees and the hips a little, reach behind you, and then sweep into your chair. Feel the weight in the heels pushing away from each other. Knees pushing away from each other. Strong in your legs and breathing. With your next exhale, fold. Inhale, a halfway lift. Feel the back flatten and lengthen. Exhale, fold, step out to your plank. Choosing the flow you wish to take, going perhaps from high to low push-up. Inhale up to an up dog. Exhale, down dog. Inhale your right foot up. Bend the knee and stack the hips for a moment. Then bring that right foot forward between the hands. Drop the back heel. We're coming up in a warrior two. So the front heel intersects the back arch.
one lane of traffic and the hips are sideways facing instead of forward facing. Reach the arms out, parallel to the earth. Keep that knee right over the ankle. Feel the tallness in your spine, making this the best warrior two ever. And breathe. Now we're going to come to warrior one. So the back arm will come up and the back heel will drop back towards, well, let's put the toes at about 10 o'clock. Lift the arms up, warrior one. Breathe for 3 breaths here. And then open the arms again, coming back to warrior two. Back toes to your 9 o'clock position. Now we're going to come to Trikonasana. So straighten that front knee, draw the hip back, feel that back hip kick back just a little bit, reach the arms out and gently bring the hands with a lightness down into Trikonasana. Now play a little bit with Trikonasana. I kind of like to place my hand on a block and try that, but you might prefer to press it on the inside or outside of your calf. Make sure that the heart is turned towards the side and that you're getting a little space between the torso and the upper thigh. Keep straightening that front leg with just a micro bend in the knee. 2 or 3 breaths here. Let that exhale really draw in that navel to the spine. Soften the front knee, extended side angle. Bring the elbow onto the knee. Reach the top arm up. Add a little here by letting that back arm come down to the thigh and then sweep it over the head for a little range of motion. Exhale. Inhale, fill the ribs. Exhale. And this time, bring that elbow off the bottom knee and shoot your fireball out. Inhale that top arm back. Exhale, shoot the fireball. Once more. And then come on up to a proud warrior, reaching the top arm up to the sky. Bring the top arm back to meet the bottom arm, your left hand. Draw the shoulder blades together, lift through the heart. We're coming to humble warrior. Keep the feet steady. Slowly fold towards the earth. Lift the hands a bit and then release them to the mat. Walk yourself over to the long edge of the mat to a full straddle. So both heels are out a little bit more and the toes are pointed in. Take a moment in this straddle to let yourself enjoy the inversion. Support yourself with your hands a bit. Nod the head yes. Walk the fingertips forward as the tailbone reaches back. Walk the hands through the legs. Breathing and releasing in this stretch. Not rushing, but just enjoying the stretch. Hands underneath the gaze. Walk the hands to the back foot, the left foot. Draw the heart towards the knee. And then bring the hands under the gaze again. Heel toe together to a 3/4 stride. Toes out, heels in. And come on up into your goddess squat. Elbows at the level of the shoulders. We'll take a few moons here. Drop the hands down to the bottom of the moon. Nice low squat. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, raise and lower. Inhale, push the arms out into a T, push through your heels and come up to standing. Heel toe the feet apart, 3/4 stride to a full straddle again. Lengthen out as you press on the tops of the thighs. Push and let yourself float down. Walk both hands up to the top foot. Turn the top foot to the top of the mat and step back on the right. So you're coming back to your plank and taking or skipping a flow here. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And then meet me in down dog. Then we'll take these positions on the other side. Inhale the left foot up, bend the knee and stack the hips. Exhale, step the left foot forward. We're coming into our warrior two on this side. So drop the back heel, toes at 3 o'clock. And settle into that beautiful warrior two. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Keep the left knee right over the ankle. Breathing here. Bring the back hand forward, warrior one. The toes on the back foot now are pointed to about 2 o'clock, 2 lanes of traffic. 2 or 3 breaths here. Slowly move the footing and open the arms, warrior two. It's more challenging for me to switch between warrior one and warrior two probably than any other little switch because the hips are changing positions from forward facing to side facing. The footing is changing positions and the arms. Coming now to Trikonasana, straighten that forward knee, float out the arms and come to your triangle posture. Your gaze can go out to the side or up to the sky or down to the earth, whatever is comfortable for you. Settle into your triangle for a few breaths. Little softness in the knee, always protecting our joints. Bring that knee over the ankle, extended side angle. Reach up through that top arm. And then exhale it to the back thigh. Inhale it over the ear. As long as your shoulder feels comfortable, take that range of motion. And again. And then add the fireball. And breathing. Sweep it back. Proud warrior. Left hand reaches for the sky. Draw the back kneecap up. Push the feet away from each other. Keep the footing strong. Feel the breath in the low belly. Bring that left hand to meet with the right. Draw the hands down the back as you broaden across the chest, the collarbones. Lift the heart. Find the muscles in the abdomen, the core, getting strong with each exhale. And with the exhale, next exhale, fold towards the mat. Release the hands to the mat. Walk to the long edge of the mat. Let yourself come to that full straddle. Heels out more than the toes. Walk the hands towards the back leg. Bring your heart towards the knee for a little more intensity in that stretch. And then walk your hands back to the center of the mat. Heel toe together for a 3/4 stride. And you can come up to your goddess squat or you can come down to malasana. letting the hips lower. Press the knees apart a bit, hands together, and breathe. When you're ready, plant your hands down on the mat, lift the hips up again, heel toe out, back to that long full straddle. Lower the heart towards the earth. And walk the hands back to the top of the mat. Step the left foot back to meet the right. And we'll take or skip our final flow here. Float a moment in plank. Knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Lifting to up dog or cobra. Exhale, push it up, down dog. Take 3 to 5 good breaths here, really hawing them out. Letting go of tension in the body. Take a moment to gaze between the thumbs. On the exhale, stepping forward. Half lift and fold. Soften the hips, reach behind you, come to your chair. One more breath. Hands to heart and lower, and splash it out and release. Letting go in the body. Come on down to your mat. We're reaching that point of the practice where we're getting back down on our mat, floating yourselves down into the reclined position. We're going to come to a bridge here. Bring your heels behind your hips. Roll the shoulders under just a bit. Feel the breath in the belly and exhale as you push the small of the spine down and roll the hips up. Roll your shoulders under a bit, draw your knees together and breathe in your bridge here. And then lift the heels up and slowly reach that tailbone for the heels as you let it come down vertebrae by vertebrae. And then for coming into Navasana or boat pose, bring your shins into tabletop, bring your hands around your thighs, point the elbows into the mat, and then push the feet away and see if you can float up into your boat for 3 breaths here. Bring the elbows back down and the heels in towards the glutes and roll up into your bridge. 3 breaths in bridge. Lift the heels. Pull the spine, the tailbone towards the heels as you lower it down. Shins into tabletop. Roll up into your boat pose. Boat pose, Navasana. 3 breaths. Elbows down, coming back. Roll the shoulders under and roll up into your bridge. While in your bridge, take your block, slide it underneath the sacrum, and slowly let the sacrum come down on it. Bring your shins up into tabletop and float the heels up. Viparita Karani, legs up the wall. Circles with the ankles, and let the heels drift a bit away from each other. Breathing here. We're coming to our restorative part of our practice. Bring the feet back together. Take the right ankle across the left knee, the hands behind the left thigh. Press the right thigh away for eye of the needle. Take a breath or two here. And then switch it out. This is a lot like pigeon, but it's pigeon on your back instead of on the mat. Breathing with that stretch. You can always just push the thigh away if you'd rather, but it can intensify it if you bring the ankle towards you as you're pushing the knee away. Just check into the posture, always keeping the knee very comfortable. So explore the stretch for yourself. One more breath here. Release the feet to the earth, but let the soles of the feet come together and your knees drift apart and your arms into cactus. This is our floating goddess. Let the neck be long, the chin lifted a bit. Let the knees reach for the corners of the room, soles of the feet together. Breathing, letting go. Floating goddess. When you're ready, bring the soles of the feet to the earth and let the knees come back up. Press the heels into the earth and slide the block out from underneath you. Bring your knees into your hands. Draw some circles on the back. Nice big breath in. And let it go. Switch directions with the hands in the circle. Another breath in and release. Bring the feet back to the mat. Crawl the toes over the edge of the mat. Arms out in a T and let your knees windshield wiper left and right. Releasing the low back. And slowly coming to stillness. Take that right knee into the left hand. Let the left heel go long. And take your long spinal twist. Reaching out with that right arm with the gaze. You can also bring the right elbow to the mat and the right hand to the ribs. Whatever feels good for you as you're stretching. Keep using the breath to let go just a bit more. Left hand underneath the right knee, come through center and switch the feet. Right heel goes long, the left knee comes across the body. Reach the left hand out behind you with the gaze. Big breath in and release. Gently finding your way back to center. And begin to unfold your body onto the mat. For our final resting posture, Shavasana. Let the arms and legs come a little bit away from the center of the body. Let your breath deepen a little bit for a breath or two. Roll the shoulders under a little bit. Let the shoulders drift away from the ears. Feel the earth rise to support you. Let each exhale soften your whole body just a bit more. Keep asking, how can I let go just a bit more? Where can I let go just a bit more? Scanning the body, around the eyes, the jaw,
in the throat. The shoulders, the arms growing heavy, and the hips heavy against the earth, the flesh resting heavy on your bones. Letting go of your practice. Receiving. Letting your attention now come over the heart. Recalling your intention. What is the feeling tone you're embracing this holiday season? Bringing a little more peace. How does that feel? A little more connection. How does that feel? Just imagining it for a moment. Receiving each in-breath, releasing the out-breath, resting breath by breath, moment by moment. Beginning to deepen your breath a bit, reconnect with your physical body, possibly stretching a little through the hands and feet, circles with the wrists and ankles, or enjoying stillness, whatever is right for you. Keep asking yourself how you can help your body feel more comfortable, more settled. Taking a bit of a stretch or drawing your knees in towards your chest, comforting the low back, crossing your ankles, rocking a little side to side. Whatever feels good. And when you're ready, joining me for our seated posture as we close our practice time together. Bringing your hands to your heart. May you know peace and joy and connection this holiday season. Thank you for joining me for practice. Om Shanti. Namaste. Thank you, friends, for joining me for this practice. I hope you have a beautiful week.